If you ever want to have a sustainable and a long-term or a very proper method of doing your analysis, you need to have the following into your analysis or incorporated into your analysis. One is direction, right? Then the second aspect that you need to have is the structure. Where do I get the structure from? And then where do I get my entry from, right? The other fourth one is just a minor one, which is the refining. Where do I refine my analysis from, or what I want to trade? So just a reminder, we need direction, we need structure, we need entry, and refining is a by the way. But these three are a must in case you want to have a proper method or structure of analysis, right? So I'm going to do these things practically, and I show you why you need to have them, because it gives you a clearer picture or a clearer view of what the price is most likely going to do. Of course, no one knows what price is going to do, but if you have these following things, at least you'll be to a certain level of confidence that the market is most likely to do them, right? So starting from, we're going to do an example of GBPUSD. Of course, I told you guys that we're no longer going to do our forward play until we resume topics. For now, we're implementing what we did. I hope it really is helping you guys, right? Excuse me. So you guys all know that we get our direction from the monthly time frame. Now, when you come to the monthly time frame, we can clearly observe that the market approached this area here. But remember, we said that our target is this area that the market didn't test properly, this area here, right? Which the market has not yet tested, because we had a false breakout here. We had a lower low, lower high, lower low. The market, instead of testing and continue, it gave us a false breakout. You're getting it? So the market most likely should go and test it. It may not test it right now, or maybe it may test it later. We shall be able to see that in the next lower time frame. But also we stated that the market, we had a target here for those who have been following the analysis that we've been doing on GBPUSD. We had a target here. So what is our direction? Our direction is we wanted the market to hit this area here, give us a retracement, then give us a push up into this area, which we talked about last week, as we're going to see in the next lower time frame, which the price has already done, right? Let me just adjust this properly up to here. At least. Okay. So when I go down the weekly time frame, what do we observe? This is what we talked about in the weekly time frame. We talked about the market coming to hit this area here, which is exactly what the market did. I'll just change the color to, let's say, blue. The market broke above, then broke back down. Then I said that we're retesting this area here. Then we expect the market to give us a push back into this area here, which is exactly what the market did. And the price has been rejected, sorry. Now, most people think the market is now ready for a sell. No, it's not yet ready for a sell. The market will be ready for a sell when we are below this area here. I'll just change the color to red. I'll just change it to red, right? If the market breaks below this structure here, then we shall have a bearish structure, right? It can be maybe something like a head and shoulder, right? It can be something like an M. It can be something like a double top, maybe, if we all like this, double top. But before breaking this, the market will not have enough gap to give us a bearish structure, unless it is to continue up and create it from above. Are you getting it? So in simple terms, the market currently is creating higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Basic. It came, retested this point here, and then pushed up to give us a lower high. So that was our target last week for those who watched the video. If you didn't watch it, make sure you go and watch the previous analysis video that we did, right? So this is what weekly gave us. When touched, hit our target area, and now it's rejecting. But we are interested in the market going above here. Now, what should happen for the market to go above there? The market should actually give us a push and break above of this area here to give us a higher high. When we break above this area here, on a retest, then we can have a push into this area before we can create a bearish structure to start going down. Are you getting it? Or the market should actually give us a break below this area here on a retest, then we can go down. Because overall, we can clearly see that if you go back to the monthly time frame, GBPUSD is in a bearish market, right? Let me just show you here the bigger picture. The market actually is bearish. Why? Because the market is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, equal lows, equal highs. Now it made a lower low. We're just retesting, right? So we're retesting untested levels here, and then we can continue down because the market is in a bearish structure. If the market is to change structure, we shall need it to give us a higher low or double bottoms before breaking here for us to start making higher highs. But currently, we are still bearish. Are we together? I hope you guys are following along. Now, when you go to, let's go now down to the daily time frame that gives us the structure for intraday. Remember, we said that weekly gives us the structure for long-term traders. Daily gives us the structure for short-term traders. Now, if it comes to daily time frame, After the market hitting our area here that wanted the market to hit, it was rejected. Remember when it touched here, it touched around, I think, Wednesday, Thursday there. Then it pushed into this area here. I hope you guys utilize that opportunity of the buy on GBPUSD, right? Now, if I want to utilize a sell opportunity on GBPUSD or a buy opportunity, what should I do? If I would like to buy GBPUSD until they are target up, I should wait for the market to come and break above here. It will have created for me a W on a retest, weak retest, of course, then I can look for buys. Or if I want to utilize a bearish structure, I should wait for the market to strongly close below this area here, give me a weak retest into this area, and then I can sell into this area. Of course, we have a hidden structure here. I hope you guys can all see this. So if the market can break and close below this area, give me a weak retracement into this area here, and then we can sell up to this area here. Then when we break below this area here, we shall have a weak retracement. Then we can continue selling like that. Remember, this red area is the area that we got in the weekly time frame, which is a long-term structure. So these are the areas that you can use to trade GBPUSD in case you do trade it, right? So make sure you have direction. Now, direction in monthly we calculate is we're bearish, but we wanted to come and see, the market giving us a retracement in these untested levels, which the market has been doing. We have been talking about GBPUSD ever since it was down this side, in case you've been following. Now, the weekly structure also is agreeing with the monthly time frame. We need to test untested levels, and we can continue the bearish momentum. Then, you can, of course, there is a smaller time frame compared to the two, so it's just going to accompany them along, right? So when we go down to the entry time, one of the entry time frames, of course, we have H1 and H4. One of the entry time frames, we had a very strong impulsive move downwards. So, and also the retest was a bit strong. So if the market can lose momentum, if the market loses momentum into this, when coming into this area here, approaching this area here, you can take a sell until this bottom here, right? Till this bottom area here. Now, if the market finally breaks below on a weak retest, then we can take a sell until this red level here. Remember, we had a structure around here in the daily time frame. Don't forget, in case it's to give us a weak retracement or a weak momentum here and a change of trend, we can take a sell up to this area here, but a first target should be this point here. Also, in case the market aggressively comes and gives us a higher low, then breaks above this structure here. Let me just clear this. If the market comes and gives us a higher low, then breaks above this structure on a retest here, weak retest, then our first target can be this area here, right? For those who do intraday, you can refine it into H1 or even minute timeframes. But these are the structures that we need. The market either breaks above this point here after giving us a higher low, or the market actually gives us a loss of momentum into this area and then comes and gives us a target of this area here, first target, or if it breaks through and comes and reacts on that structure that I showed you in daily, then gives us a weak retest into this area here, then we can have the market giving us a hit of this target here. So those who trade GBPUSD, I hope you can utilize this. Let's go further and repeat the same procedure for you to understand even better on another pair. Which pair should I choose? NASDAQ. I talked about NASDAQ. Let me do CAD. I love CAD pairs. So I'll do CADCHF. All right. So as usual, let's also do CADCHF. As usual, you have to start from the monthly time frame to get your direction, right? In case you're following the method that we use to trade. But in case you're not following our method, just follow the knowledge. You need to have direction time frame. You need to have the structure time frame and the entry time frame. Even if you don't want to use the time frames that we are using, make sure you have those time frames. So coming to the monthly time frame, what do we observe? Let me also just try to show you the overall direction of CADCHF. You can observe the market went up, higher low. This is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then the market broke down aggressively. Now it has been pushing down. You can clearly see these are lower lows and lower highs. Lower lows, equal lows here, lower high, equal lows, lower high. Now we're currently pushing downwards, right? Now, since we're bearish, it doesn't mean that the market has to move straight downwards in a bearish direction. I want you guys to observe that the last time the market broke this point here, price did not retest it. Observe here, the market was rejected. The market again rejected, 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 rejected. We broke down, tested this point here, double bottoms, broke above, retested this area, went up. Came here, reacted, and then we broke down. Meaning this is a very strong area that needs to be tested. But the market has not given us that retest. Are we together? So the market currently is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And the market is perfectly testing them. One of the easiest structures to identify. We do have a market making lower low. Currently, we're at this double bottom here. The market has not yet broken it. Of course, the month is still on, right? So if the market breaks down on a retracement, you can take a sell. But if the market stalls here, when the market breaks above here on a retest, we can take our sell here. That's what we have in monthly. We are still trapped in between here. Now, when we come down the weekly time frame, we expect to see at least a better and a clearer. Now, when you come to the weekly time frame, we can clearly still observe the market still in between this level here. Why? Because the market gave us a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, equal highs, right? Now, people would be expecting the market to create maybe inverse head and shoulders, but you can see the momentum was bearish. It broke down and currently we're into this area here. But also, I would like you guys to observe something. When I just remove this box here, I would like you guys to observe the momentum. The momentum is not yet convincing. What we want to see, once the market at least give us a lower low to grab more liquidity, then it creates a structure like a W. This type of W, you guys have watched the types of Ws. It can give us a lower low to grab liquidity, then it breaks the structure here to have a W. Then on a weekly test, we can take our buy position up to this level here, right? But currently, the market is in a double bottom area, agreeing exactly with the monthly time frame. But also, we do have an impulse to support what I've just mentioned, that we need the market to give us liquidity, at least to push slightly lower, then gives us a break above to give us a W structure like this, right? But what supports us is this. We have an M structure here into this resistance, plus an impulsive move. Why is that an impulse? We have broken this turning point, and almost even closed below this area. So if there's an impulsive move, what do you want to do? You want to bring our Fibonacci retracement tool, draw it from up here, up to down here. So we expect the market to come at least to retest, which is what they're doing, one of these areas here. And then we can be able to take our sell until we create a new low to grab liquidity. It may not be a new low, but the price may make a slightly low, then it rejects, then to create a structure that we are looking for. Then on a weekly test here, then we can look for buy entries up to this area. Of course, all these levels will be re-entry possibilities, but for now, we have a market that is overall bearish, but wanted to come and test this area. Then overall, position buyers or swing traders, those who want to hold for very long, you can look for sales at this area here, then we can push down. Now, what if we go down to the daily time frame? What do we observe in the daily time frame? Let's just shoot down to the daily time frame. Let me delete this. When you go down to the daily time frame, we also do observe that the market actually gave us an impulse downwards, corrected it. Now we are still stalling here, just like I mentioned that the market is still being trapped in this double bottom here, just like what daily is doing. So we have one bottom, second bottom, third bottom. So if the market can break above these areas here, then it gives us a weak retracement. For intraday traders, we have, of course, a structure. If the market can aggressively break and come, this structure pushes it down with a weak retracement, buy into this area here. But if the market continues to give us a weak retracement into this area, we do expect the market to sell up to this area here, actually even to grab maybe liquidity lower, come retest this area, double bottom, then we push above. Now in weekly, it will be appearing as this type of W. Are you getting it? So those who want to trade CADCHF, these are the possibilities that I do observe on it. One, for intraday, we do expect it to give us weak momentum into these levels here. And then we continue down first target, then lower, right? Or the market should give us, a strong break up to this area here, then a weak retracement here, then we can buy up to this area here. That's the second possibility, right? But for it to give us the proper move that we want the market to give us a weak retracement to these areas. As long as we don't break these areas of fib, then we can have either double bottoms or even a slight low before we can break above aggressively and give us this type of W in the weekly time frame. So if you want to see it more clearer, for those who are looking for at the entry time frames, when you come to H4, you can clearly see that we're still in a downtrend. We shall just want the market to come and retest the untested levels. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So if the market can still give us a weak retracement into this area here, then we can continue down with our push. Your first target will be this one. Or if you want to be conservative, this can be your first target. Another target here, and then the last one can be slightly lower before the market can give us a bullish structure of a W, right? So we are still bearish, though if the market gives a strong push and breaks and comes into this area here, right? Then with a weak retracement into this Fibonacci retracement level, you can buy up to this area. Now, when we break above, weak retracement still, then we go to the monthly level that we did mark. Now, this is how you're supposed to do analysis from bigger time frames, so that you mark the key areas that you can trade with and be able to see what exactly the liquidity providers are doing. If you trade or do analysis in smaller time frames, you're most likely going to be the liquidity itself, right? So make sure you prevent yourself from being the one who's going to give money for the market to move. I hope this makes sense as we continue with our daily breakdown analysis, so that it can help you understand all the topics that we have posted in the channel. I'm really hoping it's helping you guys out on your analysis method, and have a great time.